we lost a big sale because of a scam. What's going on, everybody? This is Scott, also known as ChaChingKing, and today I'm going to walk you through our best sales so far this year, and we've had some incredible ones. But more importantly than that, I'm going to kind of tell you how I bought them and why I thought that these items would do well. The last item is something for you to be aware of because we lost a big sale because of a scam. Worse than that, my potential buyer 100% got scammed. The thing for you to remember when you watch a video like this is that these are our best sales. That doesn't mean that this is what we do all the time and we just buy stuff and make massive amounts of money. So keep that in mind, that the return on investment here is going to be skewed. One of the first ones I want to cover is a Spencer Dinwiddie jersey. I do have my screen on black so that there's less glare in my glasses while I'm talking to you. But we bought a storage locker in the Dallas area, and we bought the locker for a few reasons. And it's something to remember anytime that you're doing a storage locker or a private pick or buying anything where you don't know everything that you're going to get. And that is the number one rule. You're looking for discretionary income. Discretionary income means that they are buying things that they can afford to buy that are over and above what we have to have in order to survive. For example, this locker had lots of Louis Vuitton bags. It had Balenciaga, Saint Laurent, and the bags that and boxes that we could see were not set up to where it looked like they were showing them off. It just looked like they were there. And there were some other signs that they spent money over and above what it cost just to live. And we know that this particular facility that we got these at houses a lot of NBA players and NFL players. And we thought this, originally we thought this was going to be a WNBA player. And it turned out to be the girlfriend of Spencer Dinwiddie. So that's why we bought this locker. The prices that you're going to see here are not what we got. A lot of times we will take a best offer, and that'll impact what we got, but I've written down the prices for you. So this entire locker was full of stuff. This was a 10 by 20 or 10 by 25 massive locker full of stuff. Included in it were 7 jerseys. This right here, when you see a jersey with this right over here, those are specific serial number jerseys, and it is much easier to tell the life of that jersey. This is what they call the City Edition, one of the cooler jerseys. They don't wear them as much, and so they're a lot more popular. This jersey sold for $450. This also came out of a storage locker, and we bought this one for a different reason. This one had lots of tubs in it, and what was funny is the tubs looked like they would be full size, but they weren't. They were little, but we just weren't paying attention. But this locker was full of tools. I had a bunch of tools and then a ton of horse stuff. We paid right at $500 for the locker. I was chasing a couple of things pretty hard. There was a roll-around toolbox by DeWalt, and typically if you see the rolling toolbox, like the job site boxes, the tools, are, in my experience, are generally in there because it's easier to take the tools in the roll-around tub than it is to empty the tub. So a lot of times those still have whatever tools they have are, for me, have generally been in there. So I got some great tools. The fan that I have in my office now came from there. And my brother is a horse guy. He's got horses. And so he came and got a bunch of the horse stuff. It was just full of a bunch of very useful stuff. This set of Ramal reins was made by Clint Haverty, and I'm going to show you what to watch for here. This one, you can see it really well. All of these are individual braids that they use to put this together. And Clint Haverty, I think, has since retired, but is an absolute master. As soon as I saw these, if you watch the video, I knew immediately these are special. You could just tell the quality difference. So these sold for $400. I made back almost all of my money from the locker from this one item. And we've sold several other things, and I think we got them to somebody who will really, truly appreciate them. We're going back to the Dinwiddie locker. Again, people with discretionary income, there are things hiding in the locker you wouldn't see. This didn't even make it onto my video. There was a box of clothes I ended up bringing back here. The one box of clothes may have been worth the $1,300. This is Montclair. Here's something cool about Montclair. When you get an original, if you go and you find the garment code on the tags, you can go to Montclair and make sure that that garment code matches exactly what you have. And of course this one did. And it did not sell for $765. It sold for all in $391. Terrific, terrific sale. And you couldn't even see it in the video. Also from the Dinwiddie locker, I think I said it, but if not, I'll say it again. We spent $1,300 on the locker, and we're going to blow by that. I mean, the locker's worth thousands. In the back, you couldn't see it. This is a little bit older Microsoft Surface, but it had never been opened. And it had a keyboard that they bought with it that they had never opened. So this ended up selling for all in for $311. I think everybody knows to watch for Tumi, T-U-M-I. Tumi bags are quite valuable. We bought a storage crate, this was just dumb luck. I would love to tell you that I did something that made me know what was going to be inside. No, literally, there was not even a picture of the crate, just a drawing of a crate. We just wanted to try it, and it was just ridiculously full of new stuff. There was a bunch of Tumi bags, and a lot of them were new with tags. So Tumi bags are super easy to price. They have a lot of it. If you got the tags on it, they're super easy to find. This one right here with the ballistic nylon and the army green, just a cool bag. This sold for all in $249. We paid $760 for the crate, and that includes $760 included what I considered my drive up there to get it, because it was on the north side of Dallas. It's a pretty good drive for us. But so I got back a third of my money from one bag, and there were probably 200 new pieces in there. This one. This is the last storage locker we bought. And here's the key for this one. Anybody who buys storage lockers, they tell you right away, they want to see boxes. They want stuff to open because that's what's fun. This one in the front, you could see there was a bunch of this big green egg stuff. And for us, that is a sign of discretionary income, because a big green egg smoker is hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can buy much, much cheaper smokers. So in my thinking process, not just mine, Melody's too, is that if they're buying things like this, they have a little bit of extra money to spend. So we got a lot of big green egg accessories out of this locker. This piece right here sold for the $225. Full asking price, no offer made. Also out of the same locker, this is the band that connects the top part to the bottom part. This sold for a total of $206, including shipping. But there were 4 of them in the locker. There were 4 of these. We paid $760, but I also rented the locker for a month. I mean, all in, we're going to be right at $1,000. I got all of my $1,000 back out of the front of this locker, and the back of it has spectacular furniture. If you haven't watched the video, you need to go watch it. It's on my other channel. I'll link it at the end of this video if I can. It's just the furniture in it is nicer than the stuff up front by a lot. Guess which locker this is? This was Spencer Dinwiddie's, and this is cool. Let me zoom in right here. It's pretty faded, and this is important too. This was a Brooklyn Net, a basketball team that Dinwiddie played for. This is a serial number that they have on there. This ball did not bring $299. I ended up getting all in for $197. Including shipping and everything. So $197 out of that same locker. This was not a storage locker. So Spingle Move is a Japanese company that hand makes their shoes. If you look up Spingle Move on YouTube, you can find a video where they're hand rolling the rubber, the natural rubber that they use to make these soles. So this was a higher end men's clothing store in the Dallas area that went out of business, and we bought several lots from there. You know, the only downside to that is what looked like was a nice couple lost their business, but this was a liquidation auction, and that is not like liquidations.com or anything like that. We look for local auction companies that do court-ordered liquidations, and that's what this one was. We come across Spingle Move. This pair sold for right at 100 and I think they actually sold for this, the 168 in this lot of the Spingle Move shoes. I paid a lot. Like for me, I paid a lot. I paid $34.50 a pair, and there were maybe 13 pairs. So it was an expensive lot, but I've already made my money back. I've sold several pairs of these, and plus it was really cool to get to see them up close and personal. And we gave away 3 or 4 pair to other people. Super nice shoes, super nice shoes. This may actually be one of my favorite things. This is a private pick, and that is by far, more so even than lockers, my favorite way to source. And that's where people invite you in to come and look, and you pay a fair price. Well, this was one where the family has gone through everything. They've all picked out what they want to keep, and they're literally looking for someone to help them clean up, maybe liquidate the whole house. On this one, I bought a ton of stuff. So it's really hard to give you an individual price on this one item because I bought so many things. When Melody and I do that, when we buy in bulk, we give away most of it. We're not trying to squeeze every dime out of a dollar. And then I make my money on these things. So again, the ring did not sell for $229. But I want to show you something. If you see these cameo rings, see the top right? I literally took a picture of this. I just turned the flashlight on the phone and set it down to where you could see that. How pretty is that? Like, I have a real appreciation for art, and something like this just gorgeous. And of course, it's got melt value and things like that. But the OB was the Asti Barton 10 karat. For Melody and I both, I think jewelry is one of our favorite things to do. There's so much history. There's so much beauty. That's just a stunning sale, and so much fun. So much fun. All right, I'm going to take you back to the auction for the menswear place that went out of business. We bought a box that you couldn't see in. And again, I already know from all the other lots, this place was filled with nice stuff. So here's a random box, and it just says assorted pieces in it, and you can't see anything. So I end up buying that box for $60. $60. There were 30 pieces in the box. All of them new with tags. Not all of them like this sweater. Some of them were $100 t-shirts, but it was just such an incredible buy. So we bought the box for $60. I gave away probably a third of it right off the bat. I've got a friend of mine who could wear a lot of this, and I sent him just a care package of what I consider to be pretty nice stuff. This sweater sold on Poshmark for $150, and super, super nice stuff. Like, it really, really was. Just really, truly impressed. All right, so let's move on to the last item. Great sale, but a big-time scam took place. And I want to make you aware of it because it wasn't something... I think maybe because I don't scam people, it would never occur to me to do this. But somebody did it, and they made money, and my buyer lost. So on Poshmark, I sold another Tumi bag. And honestly, I took a $200 offer, and I think that was really low. This bag is 600 and something new. It hadn't been sold in a long time. This bag is spectacular. Like, Tumi is spectacular. And of the Tumi bags I've had, this one was the most spectacular. This right here is really important. I didn't have a good picture of it, but this is really important right here. With Tumi bags, they have a serial number in them. That is specific to this bag. So I make the sale, the guy makes the offer, and I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and make $200. I'm not into this bag really for $5 probably. And so I take the offer, And about an hour later, I get a message from him that says, hey, I tried to cancel the order. I found the same bag listed elsewhere for $65. And so I canceled the order. I'm not going to wrestle with somebody over trying to make a sale. Last thing I want to do is ship somebody something they've changed their mind on. I decided to get online and take a look because maybe Tumi has plummeted in price and I'm just wrong. Maybe it's not worth what I think it's worth, because whenever there's a mistake made, the first person I have to make sure is correct is me, because I make mistakes. And I found the bag. I found the exact same bag. I found a Russian website that had the exact same bag for $64.99. The exact same bag. My serial number, my pictures, my description, and it hit me. Here's what some of these websites do. They go find items that are outdated or not widely available. They copy the listing. They repost it on their website where you can shop. And of course they don't have it. They're not intending on keeping the website up for years. The website, I was going to show you the website. It's already gone. It's that's just since mid-January. And so 1 month later, the site's already gone. And my pictures are already gone. But they copied everything. They'll make several sales over a short period of time, and then they disappear. Oh, and by the way, they had 4 available at the time I found mine. They had 4 of my bags available. And this guy bought it. He never responded to this. And I get it. It's probably not something that feels good. But he 100% got scammed. So as a buyer and as a seller, if something appears to be too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And you're not going to buy a Tumi bag like the one I had available for $65. So lesson learned for me, a harder lesson learned for him, because not only did he weigh $65, but they probably have his credit card information now too, which could be much worse than $65. And I hope that's not what happened to him. But and again, like I told him in my message, I hope I'm wrong. I hope you just got a great deal on a similar bag, but I don't think so. So, man, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found it interesting and educational. Again, remember, these are the best sales. This isn't our regular return on investment. These are the ones that pop up at the beginning of this year that are great sales. Truly appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to see you real soon on the next one. Bye.